Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Lynn. We are going to do approximately 30-minute stretch class for you today. The only thing that you are going to need is some sort of strap, whether it's a rope, a belt, or a scarf, something that you can use when we get to our hamstring stretches. Once again, I'm coming to you from my back lanai. The house next door is under construction, and we may hear some random sounds, and just try not to let that distract you, or maybe even put on some music if you'd like and just listen to our stretch class today. And let's go ahead and come on to our backs to start with. We're going to start with our knees bent and our feet flat on the floor. And let's go ahead and just start by pelvic tilting, flattening your back and arching your back. Just a little flatten and arch. Bring yourself into neutral, and now draw both knees into your chest, giving yourself a big hug. And just hold here. Let your tailbone come off of the ground. Keep your head down on the ground. And let's go ahead and release and bring your feet down. Let's take our feet wider than mats width apart and just start to windshield wiper back and forth. Just working this action of internal and external rotation. And it doesn't matter how many you do, just back and forth. Let's go ahead and drop our knees to the right. Take our left arm overhead. Take our right ankle onto our left knee. And just stretch here, lengthening through your side waist. Just really find some nice length. Keep both of your feet nice and flexed. Just let there be a nice little softness through the front of your hip. And let's go ahead and release. Bring your legs up. Drop your knees to the left. Take your right arm overhead and bring your opposite knee your opposite ankle onto your knee. So now we're lengthening out through our whole right side of our bodies, just letting there be this nice opening, lengthening, and stretching. And let's release. Let's do this one more time. Each side, take your feet wide. Drop your knees in and take your arm overhead. Right ankle onto your left knee. Just really find some nice expansion. Just remember, just don't hold your breath. Don't force anything here. Just let this be a nice opening for your body today. Releasing any stiffness. Maybe you woke up and your hips were tight, or you woke up and your shoulders were tight. Whatever it is, just hopefully we'll hit all those body parts today. Let's come on up and switch. Drop your knees to the left. Take your right arm overhead. Lengthen up, left ankle to your right knee. And just really feel some length here. Reaching out, extending. And then release. Come on up. Extend both legs out. Nice little full body stretch. Push out through your heels. Reach your arms overhead. Just hold here without holding your breath. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Flop like a rag doll. Zip your legs together. Push out through your heels. Stretch, 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 stretch. And flop like a rag doll. Let's go again here. Pushing out through your heels, reaching your arms over your head, stretching, And flop, 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 flop. Bend both your knees. Take your right leg up in the air. Bring your right ankle to your opposite knee and just gently push your thigh away. Make sure you keep your feet nice and flexed. Head's down on the ground. I didn't say it earlier, but please support your head if you need to. And let's go ahead and switch sides and gently push your thigh away. Let your collarbone spread nice and wide. And just let there be a softening in your hips. And release. Let's go ahead and take right ankle back up to your opposite knee and then draw your knees into your chest. And just let there be this nice little release. We're in our thread the needle position. You can hold either your thigh or holding your foot and your ankle. Just what works for you today to start to bring your shin in towards your chest, to start to get this opening through your right hip. Remember, and when we're stretching, don't force anything. It's not about the forcing. When we force, it actually causes our muscles to contract and go into a protective mode, and then we don't release. We want to release into our stretch. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides and draw in. So thread the needle here with your left leg on top. Notice if you're creating any tension. Just let that release. As I said on the other side, when we force our stretches, and we pull in just a little too much, our muscles then contract and we can't let go. And let's go ahead and release this. Let's go back to the first side, right leg up to your opposite knee, drawing your knees in, and then let's move our legs a little bit to the left, just to get a little deeper into our right buttocks. Yeah, I definitely feel that. And I hope you are experiencing a little more stretch through your glutes. Let's release, unravel. Set your feet back down and take your left leg up. Draw your knees into your chest. And let's go ahead and rock our legs. I'm just moving our legs a little bit to the right so that we get into our left buttocks. Let's go ahead and release here. Bring your feet down. We're now going to go knee to knee, right knee over left knee. Now, if you have some issues with your hips and your knees, that this is not accessible, go back to right ankle onto your left knee. Otherwise, come into knee to knee, arms just out into your T. We're just going to rock our legs from right to left. And just slow it down a little bit. Sometimes we want to rock fast, but let's just take this a little slower today. And again, you're just moving back and forth from right to left. And then let's drop our knees to the left. Hold here. Look over your right shoulder. So our knees are still crossed, right leg on top of the other. We're looking over our right shoulder. And bring your knees up. Now keep your knees crossed right on top and drop your knees to the right and look over your left shoulder. Keep both of your feet in a flexed position. Try and stay anchored through your left shoulder, keeping it down on the ground. Unravel, come up to center. Let's keep our legs crossed. Let's go once more over to the left. Turn your head, look over your right shoulder. It just feels really good this morning. It's morning while I'm doing this. And bring yourself up to center. Keep your knees crossed. Rock them over to the right. Turn, look over your left shoulder. Keep your left shoulder anchored. Just allow yourself to open here. And bring yourself up to center. Let's go ahead and change left knee on top. Also remember, if your knees are tight or your hips don't allow, you can do left ankle to your right knee. Otherwise, come to knee, and let's just start to rock side to side. Doesn't matter which way you go first, just rocking back and forth. Back and forth. Let your arms be out in your T with your palms facing upward here. Just rocking. So we're going to drop our knees to the right. Hold here. Look over your left shoulder. Keep your left shoulder anchored. And just notice this left hip. Release. Come out of the pose and drop your knees to the left and turn and look over your right shoulder. Release, come on up, drop your knees to the right. Once again, look over your left shoulder. And keep your left shoulder anchored. And come on up. Drop your knees to the left, look over your right shoulder. Bring yourself up. Slowly extend your legs out, full body stretch. And flop like a rag doll. Extend full body stretch. Press your lower ribs down into the mat. Flop. One more full body stretch. And flop. Bend your knees. Draw both knees into your chest. And let's take happy baby. Whether you hold behind your knees or you reach up and grab your feet in your happy baby, whatever position works. I'm going to go back to holding behind my legs. Just rocking back and forth. Let your head go along for the ride. Just massaging your lower back on the ground here. And bring yourself back to center and set your feet down. We're going to grab our straps. We're going to go into our hamstring stretch now. And I'm going to move so that we start with the right leg. And you're going to strap your right leg straight up in the air. Now, if your back bothers you, keep your left leg bent with your foot on the floor. If you are okay with your back, go ahead and extend your leg straight out on the ground. Just try not to have a death grip today here on the strap. Working to bring your foot in the direction of your head. Find the point where your right leg is straight, whether you're at a 45-degree angle, 80 or 90. Just be where you are with your hamstrings. Again, I can't say it enough that we don't want to force when we stretch. I just want there to be a nice release and letting go. Let's go ahead and take our right leg out to the side, lowering it down to the ground. Work to stay anchored through your left side of your body, just sending your left thigh down. So it's not about getting our foot all the way to the floor. Sometimes we do that, our left hip pops up. Just slowly open here. Now bring your leg all the way up. We're going to take a full twist now. So we're going to take our strap into our left hand and we're going to go all the way over into our twist. So I'm just adjusting so I don't hit the wall. Work to stack your hips one on top of the other. Right arms out into a T. Look over your right shoulder. Let your collarbone spread wide here. Now, if you have a couch or something in the way, you can always do a little bent knee and work to stack your hips just a little bit more. Let's bring our leg all the way up, straight up to the ceiling, holding here. And let's go back out to the side, lowering your leg out to the right, left arm out into your T, staying anchored through the left side of your body. Let's go ahead and bring our leg up, full twist, strap into your left hand. Rolling over, stacking your hips, right arm out into your T, looking out over your right shoulder. Now I feel like I'm cheating a little bit because I'm able to place my foot on the wall just because of my lack of space. So make sure your foot is hanging and you're getting your hips stacked. Unless you too have lack of space and have to rest your foot somewhere on the couch or the coffee table. Now let's go ahead and bring our leg all the way up. And then lower your leg down. Let your legs both extend out, arms down by your side, and just experience the opening here through the right side of your body and your right hip. As you are doing that, I'm going to sit up and switch sides so that you can see me with my left leg now. We're going to take our left leg straight up in the air. Let's strap our left foot. Extending your right leg out onto the ground. Anchoring here. And just find the point where your leg is straight. So as I said on the other leg, whether you're at a 45-degree angle or a 90-degree angle, just allow yourself to find nice length through the back of your leg. Now let's take our strap into our left hand and drop your leg out to the left. Right arm out into a T. Keep your right thigh descending downward. So we don't want to drop our left foot all the way to the floor. It allows our right hip to pop up. So keep your right hip anchored. If you feel like you need a little reminder, you can place your right hand on your right hip. Keep both of your feet nice and flexed. And now from here, bring your leg up. We're going to take our full twist, going all the way over, stacking your hips, bending your knees if you need to. Hitting the wall once again. Arm out into your T, looking over your left shoulder. Bring your legs straight up, anchoring here through your arms. Work to straighten your legs, bringing your foot a little bit closer to your shoulders. Now take your leg out to the side, dropping down. Anchor through your right side body. Right arms out into a T. Both feet are flexed. Bring your leg all the way up. Let's take our full twist all the way over. Let your collarbone spread wide, pushing out through your extended leg. Let's go ahead and bring our leg up to the air and lower your legs down. Come into full body stretch. Actually, before you do full body stretch, just let yourself pause here. Feel the length and opening now through your right hip. Now zip your legs together, full body stretch, arms all the way overhead. Lengthening, pushing out through your heels. Draw both knees into your chest. Giving yourself a big hug. Let your tailbone come off the ground. Rock yourself up or roll to your side. Bring yourself to seated. Prop your sit bones up, nice and tall. And let's go ahead and twist to the right. Roll your right shoulder back, looking over your shoulder, lengthening up through the crown of your head. Unravel, come back to center and twist, looking over your shoulder, taking your eyes back. Unravel. Walk your hands out, fold forward. So not forcing here, just letting your head drop. If your forearms come down to the ground, bring your forearms down. And again, not forcing, softening here. Now walk your hands to the right, over your right knee, and stretch, lengthen. Reach out through your left fingertips just a little more. Bring yourself back to center and over to the opposite side, reaching out. And bringing yourself back to center, rounding up, changing the cross of your legs. Twist to the right, look over your right shoulder, roll your shoulders back. Come back to center and to the left. Back to center. Walk your hands forward, stretching out. And again, not forcing, dropping your head down. Let's walk your hands to the right. Back through to center, walk your hands to the left. And back to center. And round yourself all the way up. Let's come forward onto hands and knees. And cat and cow here. Rounding your back and arching your back. And coming into neutral. Bring yourself all the way down onto your abdomen. And let's reach back and grab our right foot. And bringing your right foot towards the outside of your buttocks. Rolling your shoulders back. You can rest your forehead down on your forearms. You can have your head slightly lifted. Just allow yourself to have room to breathe here. Let's release and switch sides. Reaching back, grabbing your opposite foot. Roll your left shoulder back. Let there be a slight lift through the front of your abdomen. Release. Let's go ahead and switch. Lift your chest slightly. Right foot. Roll your right shoulder back. Let's release down. Reach your opposite foot. Square your shoulders, lift your chest. Let there be a slight lift through the front of your abdomen towards your heart. Roll your left shoulder back, bringing it a little closer to your spine. Release. Push yourself back into child's pose. Stretching your arms out, lengthening here. And drawing your sit bones back towards your heels. Walk your hands to the right. Just stretch, 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 stretch. Breathe into your left side waist. And walk your hands to the left, reaching out, lengthening through your right side waist. And bring yourself to center. Bring yourself up to seated, whether cross-legged. I'm just going to sit back on my heels. You can sit in a cross-legged position if this isn't comfortable. Take a big inhale up, interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the sky, lengthen up and out of your side waist. Release, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, squeeze your shoulders together and open up the front of your chest. Take your gaze slightly upward. Release. Take your arms back up. Interlace your fingers. Now you have a habit. Change the interlace of your fingers. Press your fingers up to the ceiling. Spread your palms. Lengthen. Grow taller. Take your hands behind your back with that same interlace. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest, going into a little bit of back bend. Release. One big inhale up. Exhale down. And thank you for joining me for this nice about 30-minute stretch class. Have a great day.